Hi everybody, it's me, Susie Kadoozy. I don't know what happened to my vlog, but it's all jammed up, but I hope this one works. Alright, so today I was thinking about crying and how everybody's afraid to cry. And when does it happen? I was thinking about all the things they say to you when you're a kid. I'll give you something to cry about. Stop crying. Or whatever they say to you. They always, people are like, don't be upset, don't be this, don't be that. Why? Who made that up? Somebody who couldn't tolerate being upset? Why? Then what happens? Then you get more upset. You get more grumpy. You get more heavy. You turn it inside. You get sick. I was thinking, my nephew, we were at the pool, and he's 6. He's going on 7. And he's at that age where he doesn't, he's still a little boy, but he wants to be cool. And I said something about crying, and he looked at me. He said, boys don't cry. I said, oh yeah, they do. And he just looked at me. And I said, well, they don't cry all the time, but sometimes it's just like a release. Sometimes it's a physical release of stress. That's all it is sometimes. You just let out the stress. And he was like, he bought that. So I hope that helps him. I hope he can justify in this society of being a boy that maybe sometimes he could just sit in his room and cry. I wish some of the guys I dated, well, one guy did cry, but too much. He needed therapy. But I just mean regular crying. And then I was thinking about this little girl that I used to babysit. Her dad used to say, Sue Costello's coming over, and she didn't hear him say Sue. She just heard Costello. She was like 2. She would literally call me Costello. I'm Costello. I'm Costello. And one night I was putting her to bed, and I was taking off her turtleneck, and it got stuck for 1 second. And she started flipping out, crying and screaming, and I whipped the turtleneck off, and I was like, oh my gosh, don't you worry. Costello is here to take care of you. You don't have to worry. If that turtleneck got stuck, I would go in the kitchen and I would get scissors and I would cut that turtleneck off and you would be fine because I am in charge of you and I'm here to take good care of you. And she was like, Costello, you would go in the kitchen and you would get the scissors and you would cut my turtleneck off. And I was like, yes. And she was almost inconsolable. She couldn't breathe and she was like, Costello. I'm like, what? She's like, do big girls cry? And I was like, do big girls cry? Only the coolest of the coolest big girls ever cry because it's cool to be kind and to cry sometimes. And the only way you can stay being kind to people is to admit to your own humanity and feel sad. And then you can have compassion when other people have sad and you don't say, don't cry, don't be upset. Sometimes you just sit there and let them be upset because big girls cry. I'm Susie Kadoozy. I cry and I do what I want.